what was going on there.
Maybe they were like, we need someone to come online fast, carry the auras for the team, but it was only Shiva's guard.
Yeah, that's really all he had. And now, potentially a different story. Death Prophet, Nature's Prophet, and Shadow Demon are actually being banned out there by Alliance as we get ourselves into the draft for Game 2. Do you reckon maybe we see a Lycan ban in this first phase?
It's a possibility. We see that OG is banning out Lycan most of the time. They don't want a hero that messes up with their timings. Pretty much the same bans besides Shadow Demon.
So we might see that Lone Druid left in the pool. That's a hero that Liquid very happy to pick up. In any given game for Koikfa, still gives them that really strong pushing strength. Koikfa's kind of feels like Koikfa stepped up as a player in the past year or so. He's looked much better as a team player in particular. He used to be playing these very farm-heavy heroes. His Invoker was one of his specialties, where he would kind of try and solo the game. Now he's much more kind of team-oriented, it feels like.
I mean, Koiko had some good performances before, but right now it just feels like this is his home. He feels very comfortable. The whole squad just looks like bunch of dudes that are friends and getting along together, and why the results are good.
Nice happy family.
Yeah.
Bane being taken out, one of FNG's specials, and the Queen of Pain actually making her way into that first phase of bans. So we do still have heroes like Grimstroke, Chen, Phoenix being left in as well. Liquid snapped that one immediately, and it looks like both teams pretty on the board with what they want straight off the bat. Enchantress, Earthshaker for Alliance.
I know what you're going to say. It. Go ahead, Gary, say it.
No.
Now go.
You can say it. Am I going to say taking a leaf out of OG's book? Is that what you were waiting for?
Yep. It's just what OG's doing with these two heroes. I mean, it can be paired up with a third one and just run a tri-lane. And Earthshaker as a hero just feels so good at the moment. Like, you're getting free gold. You don't need items on this hero. You just need a Blink Dagger. Tranquil Boots, Magic Stick, you're good to go. You get one neutral item that gives you either stats or mana regen or anything, and you're going to farm up Dagger in like 14, 17 minutes. So Team Liquid with the classic opener, Phoenix and Axe. A lot of teamfight potential. You have a guaranteed lockdown. You have ways of protecting the egg. Damage in the laning stage over time, being pain in the ass. It's really the classic already.
Yeah, superb opener. Also, the Phoenix first pick, Alliance seemed to be pretty happy going into Enchantress Earthshaker, but Phoenix with all the magic damage, but I think primarily the kind of AoE damage over time potentially stopping that Earthshaker blink with Supernova. Axe with that protection you mentioned as well. Going to try and keep the egg alive. As the openers from both sides look pretty teamfight oriented. I'm excited to see how Alliance utilize this Earthshaker Enchantress though. OG have looked very good with that kind of floating duo of supports where they're potentially playing the tri-lane that you talked about, but also swinging into mid lane, looking for kill threat there to try and get an advantage. And Enchantress pretty happy just to TP to a lane, die a couple of times, and give one of the core heroes that consistent staying power in the lane.
Sounds like a perfect FNG hero, if you're asking me.
Yep. For sure it does. Out goes the Beastmaster. What do Alliance take out? Lycan, so he does get removed. Batrider for Alliance. We see this hero banned a lot, first or second phase. It's very, very difficult hero to handle in the laning stage. You kind of have to pick someone that can lane against it. Also very good at cutting waves or stopping people from cutting waves.
It's also a hero that Alliance plays in the mid lane, if needed.
True.
So what do you want to get here? You want to get the carry that doesn't care about Batrider in the laning stage. Phantom Lancer, Weaver, Lifestealer, Juggernaut.
I think we're going to round out their support duo there. So it looks like Tiger Phoenix, Insania, Grimstroke. So these team fights, this trio of heroes is going to be roaming around the map looking for kills constantly, hunting people down.
It's such a strong combo, and people realize how to play Grimstroke, how to utilize it to full potential. You just max out the Inkswell and then lower the cooldown on it and play with any initiation hero. So you pop it on him. It's a very, very strong combo. Anything with a blink, precast it, he goes in. Like, you don't focus him. You can't just really, jump on top of it. But what you can do here is just dispel it with the enchant, which is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, true. Picking Grim into Enchantress.
Usually it's the other way around. You build Enchantress against the Grimstroke.
Fourth pick for Alliance. Do they want to keep this Batrider flexible still? Like, it would mean picking up, potentially the Nico Baby hero right here, right now. You don't have great ways of dealing with Supernova at the moment.
I would love to see
with
aggressive tri-lane from Alliance. Batrider is the hero that can be left alone. You can cut the waves. There's always stuff you can do with the Batrider.
Could you just steal the trio from OG? Just go Luna now as Alliance?
There's nothing wrong about it.
There will be a Nico Baby hero. Morphling grabbed up, so they are keeping that Batrider open between S4 and Limp. Phoenix, pretty good Spirit Vessel purchaser, so a Liquid will always have that ready to go. There's the Weaver you mentioned.
They're very, very limited on the lockdown for Weaver, so it's a core Weaver position 1.
And now you've got Grimstroke Weaver combo with Shukuchi Inkswell, Axe Phoenix in that dual lane with a lot of damage over time.
It's not just about Shukuchi and Inkswell, it's also about Swarm and the Phantom. You can't kill it. Like, it's gonna be so annoying to play against it in the mid game.
All those little things stuck on your body.
The only one who can kill this is Ursa with Overpower.
No one wants to pick Ursa anymore. So it looks like Liquid aiming for that Mickey hero last. But they put Mickey Weaver in the... No, maybe they could still go for like Koik for Lone Druid though, right?
They could, yeah. Right now they don't have any tower damage. It's also a great Storm Spirit game. I'm feeling Puck for Alliance. They need some kind of a silence coming out from the mid lane. Yule Scepter Builder against Axe. It could work.
And you want some space creator, some kind of tempo to play with Earthshaker and Batrider early on, give Morphling a bit more free time to farm up into that E-Blade. Yeah, Alliance banning the TA.
That says Puck to me.
Final ban for Liquid. What if they just ban the Puck then?
I mean, Alliance will have to think of a different hero, Gary. It's that simple.
Simple answers for simple questions. That's what we like.
Yeah, I would just love to see some kind of control. Grimstroke and Phoenix, they have no defensive abilities. It's just going to be Lone Druid.
Yeah, there it comes. Necro.
They already know. They were prepared for this Lone Druid pick.
Well, last pick for Alliance. Limp Necro, so it is the Nico Baby Morph and S4 Batrider. Team Liquid. Again, with a lot of chasing power here and the ability to gap close onto heroes. Not a massive amount of nuke damage to kind of burn through the Ghost Shroud or Nico Baby with all of that attribute shift into strength.
Yeah, no burst
kind of
damage
leaning Liquid
whatsoever.
again, honestly.
They have no magical damage. Taiga needs to have a very good game. Timing on that Spirit Vessel against Necro, against the Morphling. Welcome back, Gary.
God damn it, I think Discord's having a few issues again. I can see your mouth moving in our call, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm in.
There we go. Nice.
I rejoined. Discord has been, not working so well lately. A lot of people using it.
I mean, Dota 2 as well. We've had some issues. Everyone's using the internet too much. Everyone's at home. All the servers are overloaded. But there we go. Game 2 draft ready. As Liquid take on Alliance here. Liquid 1-0 up in this best of 3. And we're in the lower bracket. This is round 2 of the OGA Dota Pit 2020 Online for Europe and CIS. Now, Liquid had to defeat Fly to Moon in that first round of lower bracket. And they did that 2-1. Alliance in that close-fought series against Secret in the upper bracket, a 2-0 loss there. I don't know if it's dampened their spirits or they've lost a bit of morale, but I'll find out if they can swing things around here as they desperately need a win. Grimstroke for Insania, leading the charge there for his squad, and there's the Limp Necro. We've seen Nico Baby grab this hero, so they are swapping their roles around a little bit as we get ourselves underway.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this game unfolds. You have Necro and Morphling. If they get a very good early game, they could easily take over. But it's also a free Weaver game. Like, this is the hero not to be underestimated.
That was costly.
What's Mickey saying? We're giving each other the tips. I'm not entirely sure what he's saying. Maybe he's talking about the last hit battle in the previous game where he was Queen of Pain against TA. Liquid. And Boxy up top on that axe. For now, it looks like he will be against the S4 Batrider. So probably Axe going to be cutting waves. Batrider trying to farm under the tower.
I see. They're bilingual, trilingual. Insania asked him, Tishtos Dela last game. Well, what did you do last game?
Yeah. Tiger Phoenix up here.
And FNG was flaming him in Swedish, or just general flaming. I know what fitafan means in Swedish. Fan should mean something similar.
Yeah, it's definitely not kind words.
It's just a friendly banter between these two teams.
Absolutely is. FNG going to take the bounty rune as Koikva tried to steal it with the bear. We've got ourselves the Insania Grimstroke, Mickey Weaver up against Hansken Earthshaker blocking the wave. Nico Baby Morphlings down here with the FNG Enchantress, so it will be an aggressive tri-lane for Alliance into this dual lane from Liquid. Mid lane, Limp Necro, dealing against the Koikva Lone Druid, who actually drags his wave. We've seen Necro in these 1v1 matchups. I think Ember Spirit is probably the most devastating one, where he just annihilates the lane, so you have to do these wave drag backs. I assume Koikva feels it's the same story here against the Lone Druid.
A bear level 1 is not that strong, just 20 damage, and he wants the full wave for himself. And does it very, very nicely. And you can also deny creeps from Necro. He's at least getting the XP from it.
Yeah, Limp comes in. Good amount of damage bottom lane though, FNG dropping very low. Insania with the level 1 Inkswell pairing up with the Shikuchi. Good pressure, even in a 2 versus 3. Do you think Liquid should bring the Phoenix here?
You thought you had me, didn't you?
They should. But then you have Boxy. Boxy needs the creep skip. You can't lane against the Batrider. You need to have level 2. He needs to TP out, man. This damage, 8 stacks of Napalm.
Insania being dived a little bit bottom. Skeletons chasing him as that Dark Troll from FNG putting in work. There's a dive forward. Oh, Tiger. That's a good amount of damage there, but Inkswell bottom. Trying to catch out Nico Baby. Mickey. He's got stick charges, but he gets the first blood on Nico Baby. Now he's looking for the bonus kill. Oh, level 2 Weaver with that Gemini attack Shikuchi. Beautifully played. So close. On the edge there. Mickey very nearly dead. But again, this 2 versus 3. Liquid outplaying their opponents.
I was afraid to play a lot of Weaver, and I know if I misuse my Shikuchi, I'm dead. You know, it's same as Pangolier at the early levels. 20 seconds on Swashbuckle. you position yourself badly, that means you're dead. You have no way out, but his Shikuchi just got ready. Okay, so it's pretty nice start for Team Liquid. Now, Boxy will start the creep cut, and Taiga doesn't have a space in this game if Boxy's just creep cutting, so he needs to rotate to the bottom.
Inkswell, Shikuchi again, onto FNG. Mickey pumping the damage forward. They turn towards Insania, they get the kill. But a 1-for-1 trade still feels pretty good as Mickey pressuring Nico Baby, continually applying that damage.
I believe that's 2 raid bans already, plus a full magic wand coming out on Mickey. He also bought something in the base. Yeah, it's a full raid band. Another man, this is a disaster. Like Weaver, she's gonna have 80 damage with Geminate attack, level 4 already.
Like Nico Baby's nearly dead. Might actually fall. Has to pop the 1 there as Mickey dives under the tier 1. Stroke of Fate not going to connect from Insania. But the pressure is mounting. And Hanskin Earthshaker with FNG Enchantress, they've really got a lot of work to do now to turn the tides of this bottom lane. As top, you were right, Boxy is just going to be creep cutting here. Gathering up his waves, farming into neutral camps. And Phoenix putting pressure onto S4.
Taiga keeping dive in case he feels threatened, just using fire spirits every single time they're up.
Mickey. Sentry down from FNG. He's got another Shikuchi and 7 1-charges here as they turn towards the Earthshaker. Mickey. Oh, is he going to get away from this? Barely finding a gap between the sentries. He's so close to death. They don't have a waveform. There's nothing there but a long-range impetus. FNG somehow finds the range.
He had Shikuchi ready. Could easily just go and close the gap on Enchantress to not receive much damage. But okay, how much gold did he get from that? 163, what?
Yeah, not that much at all. And now Weaver returns bottom lane, full HP, full mana, ready to continue fighting aggressively with raindrops up. They actually dive forward. Taiga looking for the jump onto Hanskin. Good damage over time with the Fiery Spirits. Misses the 3rd one, and he's only got 1 remaining. No way to close the gap any further.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
Yes.
Dire are scanned.
And for now, it looks like mid lane going pretty well for both sides. Very even farm as Lone Druid and Necro trading out. Koikva does have access to that medium camp though, trying to accelerate his farm a little more. S4 kind of struggling though. All of that pressure from Taiga means, you know, Boxy is leaps and bounds ahead of this Batrider. And Axe, he can consistently cut waves. Batrider seems very reliant on that Firefly, and he doesn't have a great way of dealing with Catapult either.
I've seen Batriders putting vision in the area where Axe is farming and try to go for a kill once you're level 6. Axe can't TP out, and this is a different build from Boxy. Usually when you are creep cutting these days with Axe, you just get a Bracer, Phase Boots into a Blink Dagger, but he bought the Ring of Health just to have some more sustain. Who's deeping out? That's actually Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix coming top. Taiga gets a ward down. Axe still going to be cutting the wave. It looks like they want to try and get up in the face of this Batrider again. Hanskin with a double damage rune. He's wandering up towards top lane as S4. He is looking to contest Boxy, but he's been called up inside the creep wave. Lasso's up with an Enchant Totem Fisher here. They'll do great damage onto Boxy, but he turns and dunks before falling. They get the kill on S4.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
No real way for Hanskin to stop Taiga from escaping. He's still trying to give chase here. One more punch. That's all he gets in, but a nice free wave there for the Phoenix. More bonus experience and a little bit of gold for him.
The mid lane pretty boring to watch.
Oh, Shikuchi, Inkswell.
Just farming up.
Nico Baby waveforms away. He saw it coming with that sentry ward. But that's how afraid the Morphling is playing now, sitting at 820 HP. Forced to waveform defensively.
There's another sentry ward coming up. It's very important when you have Weaver or any invis hero to just be able to get rid of the enemy sentry wards so that Weaver can do whatever she wants.
Fisher on top, bringing Limp in here as well for the Reaper's Scythe. Boxy does die. So rotation in from Limp and Hansken. Do take down that axe, delaying the Blink Dagger, delaying that axe's momentum. As FNG getting sniped down bottom lane. Pretty quick and easy kill on the Enchantress, honestly.
Now the bottom lane becomes even harder. Weaver just hit level 6.
Yeah, Hansken does die. Entangling claws from Koikva. And what's the plan for Alliance? Like, does Morphling have to go top lane now and try and get the farm there? Because bottom lane just doesn't feel safe at all.
Oh, he's not getting much out of the bottom lane. With the Sage Morbid Mask, you have enough sustain. But if they decide to rotate one more hero, like, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, they're diving in again. Nico Baby, or they killed Tiger top, but Nico Baby bottom. Forced the waveform out again. So S4 getting a solo kill on the Batrider. Onto that Phoenix. Alliance finding a little bit more room in this game now. Limp stealing out a stack that Axe had made for himself.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Bounty rune's coming up in about a minute now. S4 does have that bottle. He'll be looking to try and refill it. Not looking too bad on the old net worth. Especially with Limp out there leading the charge. 4.5k on him. Well, this is where Lone Druid starts to make his mark on the game, though. Mask of Madness is done for his bear.
Yeah, someone leaves the lane. Your tower is done. The Nico Baby switches
Up
from the
top.
bottom lane. He was not getting too much out of that one, while Necrolite is just farming the jungle.
Necrolite. That's a name I've not heard in a long time. S4.
Old school name.
Here comes the rotation from the bear. Lone Druid trying to give chase onto the Batrider. They're trying to Reaper Scythe down Boxy. The Flame Break pushes him back into Limp. And there we go, slammed into the ground. S4 survives as well. Alliance responding with numbers. Every time Liquid tried to make a move into this top lane, they're able to at least get a trade back. As down bottom,
lane.
they're chasing with that Inkswell. They connect onto FNG. Giving Mickey yet another kill. 4-1-1 on this Weaver.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Axe build that he decided to go for Ring of Health is gonna cost him a lot, actually. That's almost half the money of your Blink Dagger, and they already killed him 3 times.
And he was looking exceptionally good, now delayed as a smoke from Alliance. Batrider. Brown Boots, Bottle, Windlace. Trying to get Boots to travel here, but they're backstabbing really nicely towards Koikva. Fisher doesn't keep him on the wrong side, but with Echo Slam and Lasso, they'll just throw everything into the mix there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Convert this into a tier 1 tower.
Yeah, freebie tower for them. And on the bottom lane, FNG is defending his tier 1 tower. Morphling should have okay time. In the next like 5 minutes, there's no burst damage. He doesn't care about Axe since he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. And there's not even Urn yet on Taiga. So Spirit Vessel and the Blink Dagger are gonna be delayed by quite some time.
And that's where Alliance can start making a little more room for Hansken to get his Blink. 700 already saved up. Get Morphling back into the triangle in a little bit. Keep him farming. Limp, level 11. Finishes off his Yule Scepter. He's going to hold out on the bottom lane, try and defend against the Weaver. As Mickey buying a Maelstrom as his first item. Going to amp up his damage quite nicely. And in fact, Alliance bringing both supports down here. And as soon as Mickey sees that, he's like, cool, okay, my Observer Ward spots all 3 of you. I'm gonna go top lane, I think.
It's a mirror movement, the classic Dota. 2 enemy goes for your tier 1 tower, even though they are limited on the tower damage, they will
Radiant's bottom tower is
take
under
it. Where's
attack.
the Enchantress FNG? Just taking the outpost right now. But you can
Dire's top
kill the
tower
creep
is
wave
under attack.
without even getting to the tower.
It looked like Insania knew what was going on as well.
Has fallen.
They realized that FNG is going to come in towards mid lane, get a ward down.
Attack.
Lone Druid just going to swing up to the top part of the map. Keep himself farming as stacks built up by Tiger. And where's Axe sitting at now? 600 gold away from Blink.
Is under attack.
That feels like the only thing now that Liquid are waiting for. But the fact that they do have to wait for it
Radiant's bottom tower
means it's room and space for Alliance. Yeah, Nico Baby goes into the triangle. He's got stacks made up for him. Earthshaker's farming jungle bot behind the Necro. So they've got this ability to go into the Radiant jungle and take control of that area now. As S4 smoked with Boots of Travel. Very speedy bat. He's got a Windlace on top of it. Smoked up 483 move speed.
And that's without
Lick-
Firefly, which gives percentage-based movement speed.
Seems like Liquid are getting ready for this. Insania straight up onto the high ground to de-ward.
Liquid
Quick
is
for-
waiting for Deso on Lone Druid, then they will start grouping up. They know that Morphling is not gonna have his item. They saw Ghost Scepter. That means he's going for earlier shotgun build.
It feels like both teams kind of biding their time for those first items to come out. We had a pretty early, action-packed laning stage. Kill after kill. But now, just calm down a little bit. Play in the fog, hide off the map, don't show yourselves, don't give either side a target to go for. And that's going to force Liquid now to smoke and make that play. They've got the blink on Axe. Get some earn charges for your Phoenix. And Weaver with Maelstrom is going to be outputting a significant amount of damage here.
Radiant
Breaking up the staircase.
Scan connected for a second. Now they're chasing, see what's happening.
A golden thread.
We will get some bounty runes. But that's about it. Alliance have moved all the way across, gathering up behind their tier 1. These Dire Observer wards, a nice chain link fence for the Dire team all the way across the map. They saw this one coming. It does secure a nice...
Yeah, just 400 gold away from finishing that Deso, and the Alliance, they need to do something, because I believe Liquid is just gonna continue. Tier 1, go for tier 2 on the bottom, everyone is in the area.
Yeah, like not only did that move try and threaten kills and look for the pickoff on Morphling, for example, but it secured this nice area for Koikva to push that tier 1 and tier 2. Mickey is still playing up on that high ground near the Dire Triangle, as Alliance will come and defend their tower.
Fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm just watching where Insania is playing. He's wrapped around real deep to get some observer wards out. He's playing all alone. He's gonna walk straight into Limp's Necro. Oh, hello there. Limp's not quite sure what's going on. Like, have I walked into Liquid, or has Insania walked into me? Reaper's Scythe about to take him down, ticked by the Death Pulse and Heartstop Aurora there in the last second.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a long ulti cooldown, expended just for the position 5, didn't get the extended timer on death. Hanskin needs to farm his Blink Dagger, getting very, very close. Just 200 gold away. The combination will be very strong for Alliance. Ethereal Blade into Reaper's Sight. So increased magic damage.
And with the 2 blinks as well. You know, it's not just the Earthshaker, but Batrider is very close to his. So they'll have that double threat initiation. The ability to immediately start a fight, blow someone up with that other combo, the E-Blade Reaper Scythe. And it looks like Liquid are going to be grouping up and trying to take these team fights, so they'll be potentially opening themselves up to that initiation. That's why they need to smoke.
Oh, check this one. Morphling morphed into Axe, picked up the illusion rune, and is cutting the waves with it. That's pretty smart.
Oh, that's really smart. And Liquid's still not finding anything. A little bit demoralizing to smoke after smoke. Yes, you're making space for this lone druid, but it feels like Weaver has stalled a little bit in farm rate. Just trying to keep up with his team and chasing, looking for kills. They get the blink call, catching out FNG, and Chantress position 5 is about to fall, but it's the lasso back, dragging Weaver into the combo. There's the Echo Slam, the Soulbind does come through, but Liquid don't have the follow-through. Supernova there on the high ground, zones Alliance back, but a really nice immediate pick-off there. Alliance utilizing everything beautifully.
Even without Reaper sight, they still grab a kill. But in this kind of scenario, like Weaver has enough gold to buy back, and she's not afraid to use it. Buy back, time lapse, come back into the fight, and you have enough damage to take down Roche. So that's something that the Alliance needs to take a big care of. Morphling, he's just going for status resistance build. Man, Nico Baby really loves SNY Satanic on any hero.
Yeah, he really does. But yeah, just finding the Weaver there with Lasso Echo Slam, that chain stun combination. Really good at picking off Mickey. Lone Druid trying to find FNG, just needs the entangling claws. Mickey still giving chase here. Nice fear from Koikva, and that will finish off the Enchantress.
FNG knows
prize.
all the interactions. He dispelled Mask of Madness, slowed down Spirit Bear. Try to get away with a sneaky TP, but it did not work. What do you call Necrophos with the mech? Mecro. I'm gonna escort myself out, Gary.
Oh, dearie me. You're a breath of fresh air, Lacoste. A beautiful flower. Well, it's been a very slow game. We need dad jokes like that.
Yes, we do. Or we need a stick to poke them. Come on, do something. 20 minutes in, only 17 kills.
There we go. Blink Lasso from S4. Catching the axe. They've got the chain stuns and the blow up from Nico Baby. Alliance really finding their groove now, as Limp was showing on the mid lane, and you kind of expect, oh, Necro's there, maybe they're sitting behind him. But Alliance playing that little bit of mind games, the unexpected move. And Tiger trying to get his level 12 up top. He wants that second point in Supernova. Enchantress just going to come in here with a Centaur. Guard up the wave, make sure they are maintaining their lanes. And what's the next timing they're looking for here as Liquid? They've got Blink Hood Axe. Basher's coming up for Lone Druid. It's that Weaver Lincoln's, you know, that defensive item on Mickey.
It's a very costly item. But he needs to grab it against the shotgun, Reaper Sight, and mostly initiation from the Batrider. Batrider's having an extremely good time. Blink Dagger, Windlace, Boots of Travel. A lot of movement speed, pretty easy to catch. The problem is they also don't have any kind of save on Liquid, so if they get a good jump, that means one hero is just straight up dead.
Well, here we go again, the fourth smoke in a row from Liquid, and they finally catch a core target. Limp, down to half HP, but self-fuels up. Still has the mech at 16-1 charges. He's going to turn and fight. Boxy, he's got to keep himself topped up here, because the Reaper Scythe is ready to go. The E-Blade Adaptive Strike, down falls the axe, and Liquid's initiation yet again comes to nothing. Mickey trying to Shikuchi away, but they got the Blink Lasso. S4 continues the fight, and even with the Savage Raw Fear to push them back, they drag him across the fissure. Limp being focused down by the bear as they've blown up Insania's Grimstroke, and Limp is still going. Death pulsing himself up, the Supernova lands in the middle of the fight. The focus now from Alliance, though. Down goes that Pyramid, and a triple kill for Nico Baby, trying to turn it into more, but the Adaptive Strike doesn't quite land. Focus the bear. A couple of hits from Death, a waveform, 300 gold into Nico Baby's pocket.
Gold. They might run into Roche Pit with this. Morphling has enough damage to take it down. I love Hanskin's positioning. He was just waiting with that Echo Slam for a very, very long time. Using Dust, killing Weaver before she could get the time lapse off. just echo slamming and using multiple fissures before that. So sometimes, you know, it's really worth the wait. Into the Roche Pit, Taiga with the buyback. I don't think you can contest this.
They're
Going
trying.
down so quickly.
Liquid knows they need something drastic here to turn the tide of the fight. There's the Inkswell, but the blink call misses. Roshan's about to fall, and Nico Baby grabs the Aegis. Now Boxy, he is stranded, completely isolated and demolished.
Boxy,
Liquid
man, he's
falling
having
apart.
Not that good of a game. 1-6-0. I mean, we can go back to that Ring of Health purchase where you are just delaying your Blink Dagger and choosing the wrong fights, messing up with the team's timing, what you want to do. Even when this Lincoln Sphere comes up, it's still not a real defensive item. They pop one dust, Echo Slam or Reaper Sight, like you're gonna die.
Yeah. And it feels like Liquid have tried everything. You know, smoke after smoke. It was like 5 in a row. They even smoked to try and get towards that Roshan. But now they're probably, you know, they should be anyway, completely out of smokes. So any potential to swing with a nice pickoff, completely out of the question. And S4 grabs up the Grimstroke. Fisher will block Insania inside that Firefly, but it looks like FNG may have stepped a little too far forward. He's got the backup of his team, and Liquid don't want to get embroiled in a long duration team fight here.
Also, they try to go for Necro in that fight. Necro is sitting at 2000 HP, has some extra armor coming out from that plate mail. Axe Call into Savage Roar. Savage Roar was missed, but still it would not be enough to bring him down. They have no burst damage. Spirit Vessel is completed on Taiga. No charges whatsoever.
And this is much more like the alliance we saw up against Team Secret, right? The map movement, the knowing where to stand, the ability of Alliance to kind of hold areas of the map when you know your opponents are about to smoke into you, or you know that these team fights can be decided in a matter of seconds. The decision making from Alliance has been super spot on. With, you know, the first 20 minutes of the game, Limp is like the only hero showing on the map as they do blink call. Boxy's in, but the Yule's up. Trying to stop this initiation onto S4, who gets leeched by the Soulbind, but they turn onto Boxy with the Reaper's Sight. The blink echo catching Weaver. Lincoln's popped and Mickey with the time lapse out does manage to save himself. Focusing Nico Baby, whose strength morphs back up just a touch. A 1-for-1, but Axe dead for 60 seconds. Batrider could theoretically buy back and Boots of Travel here if they want to.
No lasso. Okay, he's gonna have lasso. He's out in 20 seconds, no need for buybacks. Nico Baby's in.
Tiger very nearly taken out by that E-Blade. Mickey, he is diving the backline. He's dusted up. Hanscan out of mana. Swarm's going to catch a glimpse of the rest of Alliance coming in, and I think Mickey here going to try and go and cut that bottom wave.
Weaver is so annoying to play against. Like, once you get one defensive item, and if they're limited on catch, it's just very hard to bring her down and like start cutting the waves, picking up bounty runes. Always have TP ready. So Lone Druid, Mask of Madness, Skull Basher,
Lasso from S4. They've caught Insania again. This Grimstroke annihilated with a Flame Break back in. They're going to try and fish her up and catch the Phoenix as well, with the E-Blade Adaptive Strike following him through. He's Supernova to buy himself a second life, but that's your team fight ulti down. And now
maybe
Alliance
they don't
feeling...
know. Maybe Alliance did not see that one.
They're going to go high ground. Blink Call, catching Morphling. He's got the Aegis, don't forget. So Nico maybe not too bothered about that, as Mickey going for S4. Lacking damage though, as they need to take down this Morphling, but he waveforms away. Alliance, they just reset. Still 5 heroes strong, forcing buybacks from Team Liquid.
Quoiqua's Lone Druid is extremely powerful and should not be underestimated. Alliance is just waiting for their abilities to come online. Batrider will have Lasso in 30 seconds. Echo Slam is ready now, so they can still take the fight. Liquid is very strong when they're defending the base.
60 seconds or so, 50 now for that Supernova.
Oh, Boxy.
He stepped just a touch too far. FNG slows him down, trying to Inkswell him out, but the Yule's up, dispels it off. The Hanskin Fisher Starting up the axe. But Alliance, very tentative with their move forward. And at the very least here for Liquid, Mickey able to get out on the map. Clearing out a couple of waves. Oh, they're pinging the bear. Alliance want to kill the bear. Koikva does have a resummon. Pops his ulti as Liquid prepare for a fight. They're pinging high ground. They see Hanskin. They know where that Earthshaker is sitting. They jump call with the Inkswell. It looks like the Echo Slam's going to land only onto one. Boxy getting caught out, but the burning damage kills off Nico Baby. Beautifully done. As Liquid soul bind up onto the Earthshaker Necro. Finally it expires, but it can focus down Limp. But the Supernova back up.
Focus the
Tiger,
pyramid here.
beautifully placed. You do not stare at the pyramid. It's going to burn your eyes alive as Boxy blinks back in with another call to chain stun and dunk down onto Nico, onto the Limp Necro, not the Nico Necro.
We've seen the same thing from Alliance when they were playing against Team Secret and Gamers Without Borders. Like, they were hiding in this area, baiting, and Team Liquid took one out of their books. I think Fisher would have been much better just to try to stop anyone who was in those trees, but they had no vision of that area. So this just shows that this game is far from over.
Absolutely, you called it. That Lone Druid for Koikva. Do not underestimate the strength of this beast. He is an angry bear. 263 damage with that Deso Basher, Mask of Madness, Greater Fairy Fire, amping it up as well. And if they get anywhere near your tier 2-0 base, Liquid, they can shred these buildings. So you've got to be careful as Alliance where you take the fights as well. You cannot take a fight on your side of the base unless you know you're going to win it.
Koiko has enough gold to buy full MKB. So that's a mixed damage. You have magical and physical. Also Greater Fairy Fire, so extra 35 damage on top of that.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm kind of excited to see what Mika goes after this Satanic. I was wondering about like a Nullifier or something here. Allow him to maybe focus that Necro a little better.
Getting status resistance against Earthshaker, Necro ulti is very, very good. Like, Earthshaker can't lock you down with the combo. Unless he gets Timeless Relic as a tier 4 item.
Oh, true. A little bit of a poke onto FNG as Weaver and Phoenix forcing Alliance's hand up northwards. Tiger TP's out just in time. S4 guesses incorrectly.
Coin for me.
0 Entangle cooldown now on the Lone Druid.
Bounty!
Haste.
As they do push out that bottom wave.
That's such a weird way of saying it. Like 0 cooldown. Couldn't you type no cooldown? I don't believe I've ever seen 0 in Dota as a description besides this one.
Yeah, that's true. It's not even 0 second cooldown, right? It's just 0 cooldown.
Dire's structures are fortified.
0 Entangle cooldown.
Radiant's top
I never noticed
tower
that
is
until
under
then. Lacoste pointing out all the little intricacies of Dota 2. There is that MKB. It does leave the Lone Druid without buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they are putting themselves in a position here. Oh, hello. Jump on top lane. S4 has the lasso. Yet again, focusing and saving his Grimstroke. Yeah. Adaptive Strike finishes him off. Dead for 71 seconds. But this is the thing, right? Liquid have put themselves in a position here where they force Alliance to either trade a tier 2 for a tier 3 or, come back and defend.
Oh, I love this. I was just thinking about it. Grimstroke, I know that Insania loves to build it. Get Aghanim Scepter and use enemy
Radiant's
strength
middle tower
as their
is under
weakness.
attack.
So you just get Illusion of the Morphling, who has a built-in BKB. Mickey.
He is trapped in here with no time lapse. Nice pop of the Lincolns for that Reaper Scythe.
Dead for eternity.
100 seconds with no buyback. He's 900 gold away from it. A massive window now opens for Alliance, and they smoke straight out across the map. Roshan's alive in 1 minute, but this is going to be a high ground push.
That Aghanim Scepter that I talked about on Grimstroke is a game changer. But I would love to see Taiga giving him Philosopher's Stone so that he can finish it off. Bro, just land me Philosopher's Stone. I swear to God, I'm gonna give it back to you after I finish Ags.
Yeah, your Shivas doesn't matter. My Agnums is going to be huge. 1 minute though, as Alliance very likely going to take a tier 3, if not barracks. Radiant do have their glyph. Still is a little spooky here, pushing into Supernova. FNG Enchantress going to be pushing out that bot wave with a Centaur as Boxy leaves the lane. They don't know that Weaver doesn't have buyback, right? That is the key thing here. We as spectators, we know that he's 900 gold away from it, or 800 now, but Alliance are kind of expecting the Weaver to have buyback, and that 5v5 could be brought out.
Roche will spawn in 14 seconds. I mean, Liquid can still contest it. Whose courier is it? It's Hanskin's courier inside the pit to see the exact spawn timer. Lanes are in a very good position. Bottom lane, FNG's Centaur just pushing the wave.
Little by little. Into Roche they go. Nico baby
so
solo
quickly.
here.
Smoke, he stopped them from attacking. So Cheese and Aegis for Alliance. Bro, give me that Philosopher's Stone.
Come on.
I mean, it's really game changer once you get that item.
Yeah, like they're giving Insania the space to farm. So may as well give him that additional little boost. He is the one clearing out the waves. And there is Roshan now for Alliance. Aegis and Cheese in the hands of Nico baby.
Radiant's top tower is under
Repair
attack.
kit on Boxy, so an additional way here for Liquid to defend their base. As Weaver still very distant from the Satanic. And the net is closing in around them. Alliance taking out all of these outer towers.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, S4 is here alone.
He cancels the link pins with that Yule Scepter, popping it as Mikke going to be forced to time-lapse and Shikuchi away. Tiger might be focused here, but a good dive out is going to save him for a little bit. He's going to try Sunray TP, but a great fissure from Hanskin stops him in his tracks. Now the chain stuns as he cannot escape from this. He played into the adaptive strike again from Nico baby, but Phoenix has buyback.
Insania just needs 1,000 gold to finish off that Aghanim Scepter. And you can make illusion of one extra hero if they're soulbound together.
If you get the Necro and the Morphling together,
Radiant structures
it'd be
are
pretty cool here for Liquid. Nico baby does get up onto that high ground, but they glyph repair kit, jump in onto the Morphling, try to take that first life away from him. The Yule Scepter of the Axe, though, cancels the initiation as the Soulbind does arrive. The Fear onto Nico baby, he's very low and dunked. Supernova zones the rest of Alliance back as the buyback from Phoenix paying off nicely. In jumps the Weaver, but immediately Shikuchiing back out as
Bear
the
gone.
Bear does drop here. Resummoned immediately by Koikfa, and the repair kit doing pretty good work to try and defend and repair as they do Blink Call and Inkswell again. Morphling, attribute shift into strength as the Fisher blocks back Liquid. This
He
tower
undersprung.
defense, very well played so far. Execution's been great from Liquid. FNG's on the high ground as an Echo Slam, trying to deal with a Weaver. There's Reaper Scythe, and down goes Mikke. Buyback available though. Alliance still pressuring the high ground. FNG is still in the Radiant base. He'll lose his life. Liquid with a Blink Call on two. Boxy, Yule's up into the air. That's the Inkswell though connecting his Hanskin. Fishes them back and stops the advance. Liquid can't give chase, and the Death Bolt's going to finish off Tiger. No, not quite. Another Yules from Limp, stopping the Bear from tracking him down. Mikke, Shikuchi, Inkswell. Flame Break pushes them back. S4 just buying space for Alliance to retreat.
Oh, Alliance retreated so nicely without losing anyone after the buyback from Mikke. Cheese and Aegis gone. So this gives more time to Insania to actually buy that Aghanim Scepter. Just 700 gold away.
He is very close. Like 400 gold away from Ags on Grimstroke now. He is getting all the farm in the world. Bottom wave given to him. And now we're getting some really massive items for Liquid. You know, they're defending their base. That tier 3 tower bottom lane still half HP. It did take them 2 repair kit charges but you've got BKB on Axe now. Koikfa has Abyssal Blade on his bear. If they're able to get some more of these sick Inkswell Blink calls with the Abyssal Blade onto Morphling, Nico Baby, he can fall very quickly.
Radiant are scanning.
Flicker on Morphling. Wow.
And that's just how afraid he is, right?
If they go on, it's actually a very good item here. If they decide to go on him, the spell against the Spirit Vessel could keep him alive.
FNG has walked into this one. Fisher not going to save him as the BKB from Axe does allow him to continue fighting. Abyssal Blade onto the Morphling with the damage and the Savage Roar. The chain stuns on the Nico Baby. He's taken down. Beautifully done by Liquid. And Limp, Eon Disc does pop. But Alliance don't have their main heavy hitter, so Limp's just going to get chased down here. There's no escape. They've got Blink Echo Slam. That's the only thing that Hans can do, but he whiffs it completely. Misses on the initiation. And Boxy has the Blink call. Limp is going to fall. The Necro is gone, and Hansken obliterated. Shocking performance from Alliance. That is not what they needed.
Oh man, Nico Baby can still die, even with that Satanic Eye of Scotty. Quake's Lone Druid dishes serious amount of damage, full Abyssal Blade, so there's enough lockdown for him. The question is, do you want to like play this super late game against Lone Druid? He can get 12 slotted, 14 slotted, Aghanim Scepter 15 slotted. You know, add some extra moon shards on top of that, so 3 extra item, 18 slots, hero.
The perfect chat line from Koikfa as well, synergy. The chain stuns there from Liquid, the Blink, the Call, the Inkswell, the Savage Roar, the Abyssal Blade, everything perfectly timed onto that Morphling to actually shut him down, and he's dead for another 25 seconds. Yes, the Dire have a repair kit, but Koikfa's bear with Demolish is shredding through this objective. They're going to find a lane of barracks here, even with the buyback of Necro, or maybe Liquid back up. They don't want to commit. Limp's buyback is going to force them away.
Oh, Minotaur Horn. That's a pretty big item on the Weaver. Doesn't have any defensive items other than Lincoln Sphere. Or are they giving that to Koiko's Lone Druid?
No, you are right. They're giving it to Weaver.
Yeah, makes sense.
340 damage on Koikfa's bear. This is a big bad boy. Almost 4,000 HP.
2 heroes with buybacks at the moment only. Both from Alliance. Batrider and Earthshaker.
Grimstroke just got his, as you said that.
Oh, Leveler. That's a nasty item for
When I saw the
Lone
Dire
Druid.
team... Yeah, when I saw the Dire team have one, Nico Baby was holding it, and I was like, does he really want it? I think the Lone Druid would like that one. And finally, Alliance get their own. Timeless Relic on the Morphling.
Extra... Okay, he just sent it somewhere.
He's swapping it all around. Timeless Relic on the Earthshaker now. Havoc Hammer for the Enchantress.
That's what I said.
Outrider.
They see Weaver with status resistance built, so Earthshaker can't lock her down. That's when you need some extra stun duration that's gonna come out from a Timeless Relic. You can't pull off the combo because of the status resistance.
And for now, Koikfa not grabbing the leveler for his bear, keeping the Greater Fairy Fire on him. As they hold the little high ground outside of their base. Clear the mid-wave. Top lane looks like it's coming towards the Radiant side thanks to a couple of Necro illusions. Liquid with a very sneaky smoke. They've drawn a long line from the triangle down to bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Full
attack.
wrap around.
Radiant
Necro's the only one showing here, and Radiant scan high ground, so they know they can go up this ramp reasonably safely. And now they have high ground to low ground advantage.
Radiant's
They've got the
bottom
jump.
tower is under attack.
Alliance have no idea this is coming. Alliance think they're off to the western side. Bottom lane is pushed in. But Liquid just walks straight past them. There's the bear jumping forward with the Inkswell Savage Roar. They've got the Blink Call. Morphling is about to fall. The Supernova on his head. And Nico Baby waveforming away, barely surviving. Has one charges up his sleeve as the chase on. They need to find a kill. Liquid chasing towards Limp. That's the Necro they want now as 3 heroes converge onto their location. Hansken whiffs his Echo Slam. He echoes the ground. No!
That's the
He
second
doesn't
time.
get the Blink off. FNG
Shocking.
falling after Limp. Hansken
Disillusion.
having...
They can't fight into this. Aghanim Scepter on Grimstroke Morphling, it's all you need to win a team fight, plus some extra abilities to lock him down, and they have enough. You have Axe, you have Lone Druid with the full Abyssal Blade, so that's Refresher, Shard, Cheese, and Aegis. They would have preferred to get Aghanim Scepter, I believe, but you can give that to your Phoenix, who's very, very high level.
I didn't know Come With Me was still playing professional Dota 2. But Liquid with a great comeback in this game, taking out that Roshan, giving Refresher Shard
Radiant's bottom tower
over to the
is
Lone
under
Druid. I
attack.
wonder if Tiger wants that one, or if they do actually want the multiple summons on the bear. Leveler now up on the
Radiant
Spirit Bear as
structures
well.
are fortified.
As Liquid come charging down that mid lane, they've already opened it up with the tier 3 earlier on, so racks are exposed. Necro with no buyback. It's on cooldown for 4 minutes. And Liquid with a great opportunity. The barracks so quickly melting. Ice cream
Leveler.
out in the sun.
Spirit Bear.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Holy crap. And Hanskin, the last couple of fights, he's had a real
Dire's
screamer
middle
here.
barracks has fallen.
Morphling Illusion and the Blink Call. Nico, baby, he's going to be shredded. He tries to get his mantra off with the Shadow Emerald to buy him a little bit of time, but they've found the kill on S4 in the midst of it all. No buyback on your Batrider, and Alliance still 2 heroes down as their base is crumbling. Team Liquid.
Dire's top tower has
Oh,
fallen.
love it. They gave Refresher to Grimstroke so he can use 2 Darkbird
Dire's
threats.
top barracks has fallen.
That's insane. 2 Soulbinds. 2 set of racks is gone already.
And another smoke. The first 4 or 5 smokes from Liquid didn't pay off, but the last couple they've had have been gorgeous. Oh, the Dire Courier was heading down towards the secret shop, it looks like. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to buy. Blink Call, though. Boxy finds the jump. Immediately onto Earthshaker. Yules himself up. Can he blink away? No, the swarm is up on him, so dead. Buys back immediately, trying to continue this fight, but they're still without their
comes
Batrider and a
Refresher.
Soulbind. With the Supernova, the Morphling just can't withstand this pressure. Nico Baby's gonna have to buy back himself, but the lane of Barracks bottom is starting to fall. The Mega Creeps are gonna come here as Liquid stamp their mark on the game, 40 minutes in.
They want to outpush it. Make us pinging it out. I'm gonna clear the creep wave. Get our creeps closer. Refresher on Grimstroke. Man, that's some insane damage.
And Boxy really has been stepping up. Now he's got the additional backup of the Lone Druid Spirit Bear with that Abyssal Blade. He knows that all he has to do is blink, call, Morphling. That's his job. Don't focus Necro. Maybe if you can find the Earthshaker, get that pick off onto Hanskin to stop the Blink Echoes. And you never know, maybe Hanskin is playing the long con. Miss the Echo Slams, and now, when it matters most, get the biggest one of your life.
Oh, the big brain plate, huh?
Full sense of security.
He has a Shadow Blade. There's no gem. He
Sentry
should
dropped.
be able to do it.
There's the Blink Lasso with the Aghanim Scepter jumping in, but the Blink Call from Boxy catching. The Echo Slam does catch 2, but in comes the Soulbind. Oh, Liquid have got this one in the bag now. Yules up onto the Earthshaker, buys him a little bit of time, but Mickey is clearing up the back lines. 3 in a row and no buybacks for Alliance. It's game over as Liquid find the sickest comeback.
Man, Liquid played this extremely well. Just using a couple of buybacks early on to keep themselves into the game, and who would have guessed another great performance by Quoiqua on the Lone Druid. Boxy had atrocious early game. He was 1-7-0 at one point, but then he managed to make a great comeback with some really nice calls. And that Aghanim Scepter on Grimstroke really changed things a bit. Like, Morphling couldn't solo carry this one against... He's playing against himself plus other 5 heroes, very, very hard.
And they had no save, right? They had no ways of getting him out of that disable. So as soon as they found the initiation with Blink Call or Abyssal Blade or Savage Roar, Team Liquid knew that they could actually bring down the Morphling